Assalamualaikum. My name is Niza Hanis binti Murad and my matrix number is 81827005. I will present case study 1. The answer for question number 1, economic performance. The GDP is a benchmark for evaluating a nation's economic performance. It aids in the understanding of an economic growth rate, direction, and strength by decision makers in politics, economy, and analysis. Next, standard of living. The average standard of living in a nation is sometimes determined by its GDP per capita, which is calculated by dividing the GDP by the population. Second question, the answer is technological innovation. Technological development and innovation can result in higher productivity and faster economic expansion. For question 2, gross domestic product. GDP over a predetermined time period, generally a year. GDP calculates the total worth of all commodities and service products inside a nation boundaries. The answer for number 2, Roman 3. Nominal GDP is calculated using current market price, which takes the impacts of inflation into account. The answer for Roman 4, the environmental effect of economic activity or the depletion of natural resources are not taken.
Have a good day. Today I want to present my part, which is a case study 2. My name is Anis Najah binti Abdul Razak. My matrix number 82182403. First question 1. The economic sector are important to support the economic growth. The answer is infrastructure. Development infrastructure is crucial for economic growth as it provides the necessary physical framework for business to operate efficiently. The next point is manufacturing and service. The manufacturing sector plays a significant role in economic growth by contributing to industrialization, job creation, and export. Malaysia has a competitive manufacturing sector. Manufacturing activity generate employ, increase productivity, and foster technology advertisement. Next one, which is natural resource. Malaysia possesses substantial natural resources including oil, palm oil, timber, and minerals. These resources play a crucial role in supporting economic growth through various channels. The conclusion, it will nothing the specific measure taken by the government will depend on the prevailing economic condition, policy priorities, and the effective of different policy tools. Continuous monitoring, analysis, and flexibility in policies implementation are essential to address economic problems efficiently. Next is physical policy. The government can utilize physical policy to stimulate or stabilize the economy. It can adjust the rates, government spending, and investment policy to support economic growth and manage inflation. For example, during the time of low inflation and slow growth, the government may implement expansionary physical policies such as increased public spend or tax cut to stimulate consumption and investment. Next paragraph, explain how the government can solve the economic problem that occurs at the time. First, in monetary policy, the Central Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) plays a crucial role in managing inflation and stabilization the economy. It can adjust interest rate and liquid conditions to influence borrowing costs and control inflation pressure. If inflation is projected to be higher than desired, BNM may. Question number 3, using example, explain two limits of GDP measurements. Next, of non-market activity, GDP primarily focus on market-based economic activities such as goods and services produced for sale in the marketplace. It includes non-market activity that contribute to overall well-being but do not involve monetary transactions. Failure to consolidate income distribution. GDP measures the total value of the goods and service production within a country border, but it does not provide information about how they generate income and distribute among the population. But if the benefits are disproportionately considered among of a small portion to the population, it can lead to social dispersion and dissatisfaction. The conclusion, it is important to note that while GDP is a widely used indicator of economic performance, it has its limitation. To complete GDP, alternative metrics such as a Human Development Index (HDI), which consider factors like education, health, and income distribution, are used to provide a more comprehensive assessment of society well-being. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, madam. My name is Anandan Analalaki Sandramogan. Today, I am going to present case study 3. The inflation rate is the percentage change of a price index over time. The inflation rate is 68.42%. In the domestic market, the article mentions that the price increase in goods and services was mainly contributed by the following factors. The first is transportation component, which has a percentage change of 9.5%. Second, by housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels increased by 3.4%. Third, followed by food and alcoholic beverages increased by 3.2%. Cost push inflation in China. Cost push inflation in China occurs when production costs rise, causing the prices of goods and services to rise. Cost push inflation and demand pull inflation in US. Inflation is affecting the US economy as a result of a mix of prices and demand. Fiscal intervention, short-term activity plans such as excess motivating forces and expansions can be actualized to diminish cash stream different to balance the impacts of swelling. Monetary approach. Adaptable money-related financing can be advertised to mechanical drivers, their commerce cash stream and giving help especially to little and medium endeavors. Reason. In an inflationary environment, uneven price increases availability reduce the purchasing power of some consumers and this erosion of real income is the main cause of inflation. That's all from me. Thank you.
Case study 5. The title is Malaysian employment rate down to 3.6% in November 2002. This answer for question 1. Full employment. Full employment refers to a situation in the labour market where the number of employment individual is minimized and the economy is operating at its maximum potential. Unemployment rate. The employment rate is a percentage that represents the proportion of unemployment individual in the labour force. In comparison individuals who are working or those who are unemployed but actively looking for work. Next, the answer for question 2. Employed 60.11 million person, unemployed 600.9,000 person. Total labour force 60.71 million and person not in the labour force, number of persons outside the labour force decreased by 1.6 thousand person to 7.24 million persons. Question 3. The answer. It suggests a situation of cyclical employment. Individuals who were previously not seeking employment due to their domestic or educational responsibility may choose to enter the labour market when they perceive better job prospects. This would result in an increase in the number of employed persons as they actively search for employment.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Izan Syirah binti Bahran. My metric number is 821-82512. Today I will present case study 9. Answer for first question is international trade is the buying and sale of products and services between enterprises in different nations. Consumers' products, raw resources, food and machinery are all purchased and sold on the global market. The three products contribute to export expansion is technology, food and beverage, and medical gadget. Answer for question 2 is a trade deficit occurs when a country sells more products and services than it imports. This signifies that the country earns more for imports than it spends on import. A trade surplus is widely seen as an indicator of economic strength. Next is answer for question 3. China, ASEAN, Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea, the European Union, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are among the nations that contribute to Malaysia's higher trade. Malaysia's economy will be benefit from increased trade with this nation. It is anticipated that it will stimulate economic growth, generate employment and raise living standards.
Hi, my name is Siti Nurfatiha binti Sabturani, number matrix A21A3455. In this slide, I'm going to present about answer case study number 13. The answer for the first question is, it shows how much one currency is worth in relation and finance, exchange rate and essential. The answer for second question is compare between depreciation and appreciation. Depreciation is a currency value relative to other currency declines and is referred to as depreciation. For appreciation is denotes a rise in a currency value relative to other currency. The answer for question number 3, Roman 1 is monetary policy, foreign exchange intervention, and market-based measures. Next, the answer for Roman number 2 is strong economic fundamentals, political stability, and strong financial institution. The answer for last question, which is the effect of a falling ringgit on the Malaysian economy. First one is export competitiveness. For overseas customers, Malaysian products and services may be substantially more affordable due to the weakening ringgit. Second is tourism. For foreign tourists, Malaysia may be more accessible if the ringgit declines.